Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled 9 Culture Shocks of Living in Italy. And should be a really interesting video. I hope it's some real impressive culture shock. Not anything a little basic culture shock like, nothing basic. But we're going to get right into that video. And like I said before, I'm moving to Europe. And I'll leave a link for that in the comment section. I'll leave a link for Instagram, TikTok. Y'all can go check it out because I'm gonna do live videos with y'all with TikTok. So if y'all want to be the first to be there, go ahead, man. But like I said, there is gonna be like super duper major changes coming, and y'all gotta get ready, man. Y'all gotta get ready. But we're gonna get right into the video right now. So leave a like on the video and subscribe, and let's get right into the video, man.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bentornati. If you're new here, hey, welcome, my name's Katie. I live in the south of Italy, in Puglia. I moved here a few months ago, and today I want to tell you about some of the things that have given me and my partner Connor shock culturali, if you will. So here we go. Here are some things that have really stuck out to us. Number 1. No cappuccino after noon. Niente cappuccino dopo mezzogiorno. This applies for not only cappuccinos, but also just adding milk to your coffee like the one I added here. So I made this coffee from my mocha pot, not the one on my t-shirt, my actual mocha pot, and I like adding milk to it. Totally acceptable in the morning. After morning, not cool. They really consider milk, and so cappuccinos also, as a breakfast time thing. Which brings me to point number 2. Breakfast in Italy is sweet. By and large, you will find so many dolci. Sweet treats, pastries. It might go without saying, but I'll extrapolate. As Americans, we love...
I think I would not feel well in Italy because I'm I'm not allergic. I wouldn't say I'm allergic because I've not been certified by a doctor or, clarified, whatever, but sweet things really make me feel sick. Like, I feel horrible if I eat something that is sweet. Salty, I can tolerate a little bit of salt, but to the extreme where it's tasty, no. I literally, the stereotype that they have in America that white people can't cook? That's literally me. I cook, but I don't have any type of flavor in terms of salt and all that sweet. No, like, I'm literally the most. No, period, no, because I couldn't do it. Like, she's showing all of those nice, bread looking things with a lot of sweets in it. I couldn't do it. Like, I'm being honest with you, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. After eating it, I would feel like I want to throw up. Like, it's that simple. Like, I don't know why. I gotta get it checked out, but it's just who I am, man.
Our egg. We love our hash browns. We love our bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Those are not things that you can expect breakfast time here in Italy.
Il 90% delle persone mangia dolce e ci sono alcuni che fanno una colazione salata, però generalmente sono pochi.
Mangi la colazione sempre dolce?
Io sì, ho sempre fatto la colazione, è sempre stata dolce, sempre.
Number 3. Very related to the first 2 points, which is just the very specific food rules here in Italy. Italians tend to think of food very traditionally. They don't really mix and match. It's like the way things are done are the way things are done for a reason. For instance, don't put cream in carbonara. Eresia. Another example is don't put meat in your pasta. For them, it's really 2 separate things. Yes, there's ragu, so usually some smaller kinds of meat will be incorporated into a sauce that can be tossed with the pasta. So like spaghetti and meatballs, you may think of as an Italian thing. That's an Italian-American thing, actually. They can't stand it. Impazziscono. When it comes to food, which they obviously do so well, right? I'm not doubting that at all. But they are very traditional and very passionate. It reminds me of a story that I was with a family that I know really well here in Italy, in northern Italy, and I was showing them one of my YouTube videos. It was the olive oil cake recipe. So I was showing this video to my friends, mom and nonna, and it's so funny. The video started and they were like, oh, che bella, oh, meravigliosa, like complimenti. And then as soon as I started mixing the ingredients, it shifted. They're like, oh no, the nonna was like, no, non è giusto. It's not the right way of doing things. So, sbagliato. Number 4, do not go outside with wet hair. Non uscire con I capelli bagnati. It has to do with something that they call la cervicale. All right, I'm meeting up with my friend Amy. She's Canadian. She's just as perplexed by this wet hair thing as I am, so I'll let her tell you. She's married to an Italian.
Oh no, in Italy you're not allowed to go outside with wet hair, because if you do go outside with wet hair, you'll end up with something that's called cervicale. You cannot show up in front of your kid's school with wet hair, because I promise you will be looked upon as a horrible parent and as someone who is defying laws here in Italy.
If you go outside with wet hair, if you don't wear a scarf, ti viene la cervicale. Speaking of hair, let's bring Connor into the picture.
It's gone.
Yeah, you should get off.
You snapped it away.
I snapped it away. Bringing you in here to talk about some of our culture shock moments.
Oh yeah, boy, there's been a lot.
Yeah. All right, so number 5, controra. Controra is actually a word in dialect, I've learned, but it is what they call the pause in the afternoon when it is like a ghost town. Everyone goes indoors, all the stores are shut down.
It's kind of like the Spanish siesta, maybe you've heard of that. Yeah, everything's closed, except for like the chain supermarkets, but
I have a friend who lives here in Trani, is from here, and she said that traditionally all the grandmas say after lunch, especially if you're like a kid or a female, don't leave the house. That it's only when thieves and bad people go out.
okay, well that makes us bad people then, because we moved here, and part of like establishing residency for her to get her dual citizenship was like we had to be in the apartment.
You know what I heard? I heard America trying to cut out dual citizenship, bro. Like, that's what I heard. I heard that. I don't remember where I spotted it at, but I saw something with something like Joe Biden talk about he gonna get rid of dual citizenship. I don't really think it's necessary to have dual citizenship, because most of us we use dual citizenship like we're practically users. Like, I can understand you have dual citizenship. I just don't think it's needed actually, because me moving to Finland, why would I need to be a citizen of America? Like, I can literally visit America if I'm a citizen. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? I don't necessarily think it's something that is needed actually, but why would we get rid of it? I don't know, but I don't think it's something that would affect anyone losing dual citizenship. And personally for me, I am 100% not going to do a dual citizenship for the facts related to taxes. That's going to screw you up if you have dual citizenship, because having to file tax here, deal with their tax here, that's a little bit technical for me. And a person who is on his game, not trying to mess with the tax system, IRS, Finland and their tax system, I'm not trying to mess with none of that. Y'all know I'm moving to Finland. So yeah, I owe Finland money, and I ain't even there yet. Like, literally, I'm not even there yet, and I owe Finland money, right? So I'm not messing around with the tax situation, because that can get you locked up for real, right? So it's a really thing that I've actually discussed with myself, and I thought about it. I'm like, what's the purpose of having a dual citizenship if you're gonna have to pay so much money with taxes? Just think about making $100,000. You're gonna owe, I'm gonna go 25%, 25% Finland, 25% America. That's 50% of your money already gone, right? And that's just crazy, right? So why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. Besides, tax is not even 25%.
And the police were gonna come around, and they were gonna knock on your door.
I vigili.
And it was like, and you have to be there. And if you don't, then they might not come back, and you might have to do something, or they'll leave a note. And us being the like
rule followers.
Yeah, and like the goal-oriented people who are like, we want to get the citizenship, so we're gonna stay put until the police come. And our lawyer, who's awesome, was like, you can leave the house like after like 2. They won't come after that. So every day we stayed in the house until 2, and then as soon as 2 happened, we'd go for a walk. And so we got in this habit.
Well, and we didn't realize that this is the exact opposite of what everyone else here does. Now that we go out in the mornings, it's so hustle bustle all morning until around 2, when people go in for lunch, and then they do not leave until basically like 4 or 5 in the evening.
Yeah, and then at night, the whole town is like out bopping around, socializing well into the, well, there's a curfew at 10, but you can tell that
Because
like,
of COVID.
yeah, things come to life later here.
And what I think is extra interesting about this is that it is more so and almost only something that happens in the south of Italy, not so much in the north of Italy.
All right, number 6.
Insane queuing. I'm talking about the lines.
We are not in England anymore when it comes to queuing. There are no, the British love themselves a good queue. They love standing in line neatly and orderly and following the rules. Not so much here.
I like to think of it as a chaotic cluster most of the time.
Well, then sometimes there's like a take a number thing, and
They also love the tickets.
Yeah, so, but...
No,
But it depends.
Taking a number is still queuing. So I would prefer taking a number rather than queuing, because to stand, like, I'm not really the guy who likes to just do that bundle thing. So I would just, I'll be all the way over there and I'm just watching the person who I know is in front of me with the number. So I personally think this is a much better thing. When I was doing my last COVID test, that's what we actually did. We actually did a number situation where when we were trying to, because I did my COVID test at the airport, and when we were doing it, it's like, it was a long ass line. I'm talking about Fort Lauderdale International Airport. Fort Lauderdale International Airport, bro, it's mad busy, right? So I was doing a COVID test over there, and I'm telling you, like, the line was hella long. So they gave you numbers like that, just to book your space in the line, so you're good to go. So I personally believe that these are much, 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 much better rather than to be queuing in a line. Like, it's the 21st century, man.
My permission to be in Italy, my permission soggiorno, the advice was to get there like an hour early. So I got there an hour early, and there was like a line snaking out of the door. Older women would just kind of like come and stand by the line and like talk, and then they would like walk out of the line, and so I wouldn't know if I was supposed to like fill their space or just, and I don't know, I'm still like a new American, so I just kind of, it was very stressful for my to undo my British orderly mind of, hey, this is a line, we stand in line, no cuts. Oh, it was all very stressful.
There's a lot of confusion when it comes to the lines.
This rolls into there's just a lot of bureaucracy, and you have to go to this place and get this form, and you have to go to this place and get this form, and you have to talk to this guy, and after all that, they do it wrong.
All right, so today we're going to...
Finland sounds simple. Like, I'm being honest with you guys. Like, you guys know I moved into Finland. I've already said that. I'm literally a resident of Finland. And if I'm honest, Finland's processes were just straightforward. It was simple. I gotta give credit to Finland. Their efficiency was amazing, and they relate. My stuff was handled really in New York, and when it comes to how it was done, I think it was really, really efficient. I didn't have to do multiple things. I didn't have to go back and forth. I don't know what's gonna happen when it's time for me to do a citizenship for Finland. I don't know what's gonna happen. But all I know is that, dude, that thing was snappy, was easy. And even right now, if I check one of the Finnish immigration thing that they gave to me or said to me, they literally told me that, hey, do this and do that before this period of time. When you do that, things will be easier for you. Like, they literally promptly tell you things. So I don't know. I think the Finnish immigration is really amazing. I don't know. I've never been to Finland before. I'll be there soon, hopefully, guys, only. But I think Finland handles their business really nice. So I don't really know about Italy, but according to them, it's a lot of boom, bam, bang, bang, bang,
the Agenzia dell'Entrante to get our health cards, which we were supposed to have already gotten. We've already been to this place.
We went and sat for the exact same appointment that we also just sat for again this morning.
But it still didn't work out. We didn't have the right forms or something. So we left, and now we're going back.
We left because they sent us to City Hall for a different appointment.
Yep, that's City Hall.
And now, because that appointment also failed last week, so we have to do that over. And now we're hopefully going back to finally get our cards for the health system.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I don't know their story, but I think the major disadvantage with them is that they don't necessarily have... they probably don't have people in what's it called again, in Italy that are pretty close to them. They're probably just both immigrants moving to Italy, so that's actually going to be a difficult situation if you know no one in the country.
Number 7.
The tone of voice used in normal speaking here, the directness, is not something we're particularly used to. Not from the Midwest, where we're both from. Maybe more so in New York City, where we lived for a decade. Then certainly not in ever polite England.
Yeah, in England where they would say sorry if they ran into you.
Yeah. Here, people speak, just the way of speaking is a little, it sounds like they're mad at you, but they're not mad at you.
That's just the tone and style in which people converse here. It sounds to our American ears like they're very frustrated with each other and they may or may not be fighting. But actually, they're actually just talking.
Un modo di parlare più forte.
Esatto.
I mean, for example, I was doing a craft project yesterday and I needed just some glue, some regular old glue, and went to this shop and was talking to the woman about the glue, and she was trying to understand how I wanted to use the glue, and so then she could help direct me to which glue would be best. There's just the way she asked, it's like, it just tends to be a little more aggressive. It's like, well, what are you using it for? What's the material? Is it wood? Is it plastic? You know, and this is all in Italian,
And
right?
she kept
So,
smashing her finger on the table.
Legno, because the table was wood, so she's like, legno and legno. Also, when the masks are off, you'll be able to like see the smiles behind the directness, so it'll be good. Number 8.
The bidet.
Oh, the bidet.
So this was actually not a huge culture shock for you, just because from travel you're very used to these things and you love it.
And we had one in New York, remember in Williamsburg?
You have one in
That's
New
right.
York?
But we
You just never used it.
I
loved it.
never used it. But culturally here, it's a thing. And so I'm like, oh, mom, sono italiana. I better use the bidet. We won't speak about this too much because we did a whole video about it that I'll link to.
Yeah.
This is where the bidet comes in. Any last words,
And it
though?
makes us kind of like weird perverts if you just keep talking about bidets.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's move on. Number 9. The grocery store situation, which I love, but it's really different from anywhere we've ever lived.
It is a wonderful situation.
There's no like Walmart's big box stores where everyone goes and does all their grocery shopping at once.
outside with
There
it.
are some supermarkets, you know, that is a thing here, but by and large, people really shop on a smaller scale. So there's the fruit and veg stalls. There's a guy in a truck, open bed truck. He just kind of drives around the neighborhood and has a speaker. Says potatoes, onions, carrots. I feel more
Come get your
connected
potatoes and your
to
onions,
the people and
boy.
the things that I'm buying because it's not just like on a shelf with 1,000 other options.
And there is like chain supermarkets as well.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit smaller. Definitely way more Nutella and
Pasta.
way more pasta
Way more pasta.
than you would get in your average American or British supermarket.
I counted about 250 kinds of pasta.
Dang.
Culture shock. Mainly, the biggest culture shock for me here is just that like every day I get to wake up and go walk along the Adriatic with my lovely wife and you know, just so stoked to be on this adventure.
And we're both so enjoying continuing the journey
Right
of
on,
learning.
bro. Like, enjoy that journey, bro. Like, ain't nobody can tell y'all don't belong over there, you know? I'm pretty sure y'all enjoying your time, and I'm pretty sure that the Italians are really happy to have you guys over there, you know, enjoying your times over there. Yeah, make the best out of it, man, because, hey, it's awesome, man, but I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Italy. Oh my gosh, bro, I can't wait to actually dive in. My name is actually Italian, bro. Like, so I have a few things in Italian that, you know, I actually love. So it should be really interesting. Let me not do that. I just remember the Italians don't like that, right? So, hey, man, I got to wrap this video up. I'm getting emotional because I'm getting happy thinking about, you know, whatever. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace.